Hi, I'm Ian from Kasabian.
I'm Tom.
And you're watching 24hourspodcast.com.
T-minus 4, 3, 2, 1. Following is a 24 hours podcast.
It is a great band called Kasabian. This is Tom, this is Ian. Welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're kind of catching it on a rubbish day, but I know you've been here before. Have you? And I saw you were doing some shopping on the street, so do you enjoy our little town here?
Yeah, I love coming to Vancouver. We've been here a few times, haven't we? So
it's a very powerful city, you know. There's always things going on. It's very colourful, you know what I mean? But obviously today isn't it? It's drizzling and the rain's coming down, but it's a great city.
It's a nice atmosphere.
Being a big phenom from Britain, do you find that there's a big difference in the way audiences react to you in America than they do in your home country?
I mean, the only difference is, you know, that we're starting over again, and America's it's just different ground, the same as Canada. But Canada can, you know, everywhere we've been, this tour's been fabulous, and the response has been really well. I think it's getting to know us more as characters and our music, you know, trying to get to know us more. And but Britain's known for its, you know, raucous sounds, but so raucous riots, you know, and beer monsters and all that. But you know, I think Canada's amazing when we come here, and America's been really good.
Do you find there's some parallels between Britain and Canada more so than, say, the US?
I do, yeah.
Totally, yeah. It's very, much more European feeling, actually, in Canada.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it might be a bit British and Canadian, I don't know, probably, you know.
Especially over this side, British Columbia, isn't it? Over here,
exactly.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The new album called Empire.
Yeah.
How do you think that you've evolved musically for the second album here?
I think we've turned into, you know, I think we just turned into a giant rock band, you know. I mean, not as in like sounding like cheesy, but I think musically we wanted to take 70s elements and progress it and to make it modernist and use electronic sounds and make what we can of it, because we're big influences by bands like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and you can hear it on some of this, you know, on some of our records, tiny references to them bands, and we just wanted to make it modern and bring it to date.
We had a great time in the studio, for 5 weeks at Rockfield Studios in Monmouth and in Wales, and we just kind of experimented. It was like a big musical laboratory for 5 weeks. We just went bonkers. Cheers, man. You know what I mean? And just, you know, there's stuff on there. There's it's much more refined album than the last one. It's a slightly different atmosphere. You know, we got like band takes and stuff, and we've also got cut up loop stuff on there. You know,
I think musically as a band as well. You know, we're not scared to like venture forward. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bands that stay around the same kind of thing, jingle jangle guitars and same old. But this is quite. You know, I think it's a very modern album. Modernist is the word. And very futuristic in its changes and things on it. You know.
Now, I know that you've been, you're certainly one of the biggest festival bands in Britain.
Yeah.
I'm guessing a song like Shoot the Runner is going to become kind of an anthem.
Huge,
is it already?
Huge, massive, yeah. So's Empire, you know. We play stadiums in England, and we can't help that. It's just because people want to see us, and we have turned into big riffs now, and more. What should I say? Just.
Well, to be honest, I think our band is like about having a great time, and you know, when we get out on stage, you know, the way the music is, you know, we can really give it to you. You know what I mean? It's not like about staying at home and kind of getting into a depressed state in your corner of the room, and like, you know, it's about getting out and about and letting your guard down, letting your hair down, you know. And like a song like Shoot the Runner is the perfect example of that. You know, Empire is like really sort of majestic, striding tune. You know, it's like fuck off to everything out there. You know, we're doing it our way.
I suppose all we're elaborating on it. I suppose all we're doing is just taking blues and jazz and rock music and just bringing it, and with all those elements of bluesy, Shoot the Runner, and you know, like bands like Led Zeppelin do, or I don't know, Rolling Stones, just try and evolve it and make it our own, you know.
At the same time, it's like a journey. This album, you know, it's not just one sound as you go through it. I mean, you know, the album evolves as you go through. And we'll take you through like a real rock and roll sort of part of it. And there's a real kind of clubby feel to some of it, electro feel. And then we come down the other end of the album, you get much more of an organic feel with like British Legion, Doberman, you know.
It's advanced, man. You know?
Did you have fun shooting the Empire video?
I know, I melted.
Yeah, it was 34 degrees in these woolly outfits.
Yeah. It was great, man.
Woolly dress.
Great, you know, it was good.
Now, you guys have known each other since basically your early teens or late childhood?
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. incredible, really.
You still have the same bond that you always had. I mean, spending a lot of time on tour buses and on planes and in hotels and stuff like that. I mean, you learn a lot about each other when you're on the road. You still have the really good bond and friendship that you always had.
We give each other space when we have to, and we have great times. We pick our nights, don't we? We have party nights. We have quiet nights.
We have a pillar fights.
It's great.
Pillow fights and tickle fights and things like that. Yeah. Now, of course, again, I mentioned that you're big in stadiums in Britain, but is it nice to still have the intimacy where you can play like a 2,000-seat nightclub?
That's what we always have been, you know. And that's what, you know, it doesn't matter what size you're in, and it's great. It's just, I think it's wonderful, you know. We come over to, you know, Canada, and it's 2,000 venues, and some places in America are like 2,000, some are 500, some are 1,000. So varies, never changes really. It doesn't really matter. But I suppose it's just how we've grown in our band size and our sound's grown. So.
Well, you definitely seem to have a plan and an attack. Where are you going to be if we have this conversation 5 years down the road? Where's Kasabian?
I think Kasabian's going to be healthy in 5 years' time, and I think we're still going to be progressing forward and probably be writing better albums than this one we've just done now. But that's what we want to do. We want to write a better one than the next, and that's the whole point of rock and roll progressing.
We've got some tricks up our sleeve for the next album. You know what I mean? We're constantly moving forward. We're not planning on sticking around. You know, I mean, as we've proved from the last album, you know, we can change shape a little bit. So I mean, the next album will be another transition. You know, so.
Our first record was a funk psychedelic trip, and this one's more of a monster riff. Should I say white powder record?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know. Differences.
I think so.
Yeah, thank you.
Empire is a solid record. Continued success, and thanks for joining us.
24hours.ca